Welcome to the original Spooky Guide Show. That's the new intro every single time. I'm going to start singing, everybody. So
please don't.
No,
I promise
that's,
next
that's
time.
That's why there's only about 6 episodes left. So you're good. You're good. All right. Well, everybody, welcome to the original Spooky Guide. You probably already know who I am, so I'm not going to bother introducing myself because I'm always on these friggin' episodes. But there are a variety of faces here, so we'll go down the list. And Mike, how you doing?
I'm good.
That's wonderful.
Good. I'm tired. First week of school went okay, and then today was every single kindergartner came back, so it was herding kittens all day long. Like, I'm like, hey buddy, what? Like, one of the kids came into the cafeteria like right as he got off the bus, and I'm like, oh hey bud, what's your name? I'm 5. Awesome. Who's your teacher? I'm 5. Okay.
5. Don't touch me.
Are you getting breakfast? My dad's in jail. Cool. I'm gonna go to the next kid. Like, I'm just standing there like, what's going on, man?
All right, and I apologize for missing it because I had to get dragged out the last minute. But Pints and Pistons just celebrated 6 years.
Yes, 6 years. Actually, today is officially our 6th year, and that. Yeah, that is crazy to think. I thought it was only like 2 years, but apparently I can't math.
Well, for all your beer and car talk needs, now that the actual car talk is gone because one of the old hosts is dead, they're really the next best thing out there. So go follow them.
Best thing, probably one of the last best things, but we're there. We're there.
You're on the list. That's the important thing. And Matt, how you doing?
Same old. Just getting ready for a little bit of traveling.
Yeah, where you going?
Well, tomorrow morning we're headed to South Carolina.
Are you gonna stop at south of the border?
Probably not.
Oh, you bitch!
I drove by it on the way up here, but
of course you did.
We might. I don't know. We've got I don't know. We've got to make it in a certain amount of time, and then after Spooky, we head to Atlanta for Dragon Con the next weekend. So I don't have a whole lot of time in between.
Well, you know what?
Maybe on the way back up.
I'm sure you're missing out on something.
Probably
like crabs or lice. Something is missing from south of the border. And one other a special guest that you have not seen. You've actually seen him in the chat many times. But Randy Pence, Geek World Order. Randy has blessed us with some of the most wonderful terminology we've ever had. Randy is the mind behind Spookaki. For the glitter dicks. And the catchphrase that we were all throwing around after last May's show, we outlasted the Wyndham.
Speaking of glitter dicks.
Yeah, I have no clue how we did that one.
Yeah. So, Randy, welcome.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Finally. I know, first time on the show.
We had to get you on before we called it quits. So, it felt appropriate. Randy, you want to give us a quick plug on what Geek World Order is?
Geek World Order is just the hub of all things geeky. I've been doing this for like 14 years now, covering conventions, geeky news, all sorts of fun things, event photography. Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a press pass for Spooky?
Once or twice.
See, look at that. We've never gotten that. We got beat. Randy, you're the role model for the rest of us. We never got the original guy. Never got a press pass.
They're like on and off about who they do them for. Like they never do them for the May show, and then it's like hit or miss for October.
Well, you've hit more than we have, so congratulations. And real quick to the chat, Molly, how's it going? Good seeing you. And Lee, how you doing, man? And as you notice, Dementia is not here, so I'm in the big chair, and as I like to say when I'm in the big chair, Daddy's home.
So yeah, if you need to know how this show's going to go tonight, Rob is the one in charge.
That's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, we're just here. We're just here along for this ride of a shit show.
Always.
Yeah,
But that's why we love it.
Sums it up nicely. So real quick before we jump into the
Empire shit show, same thing.
Yeah, no, it's actually that was going to be the original name when they lost the Screamfest name. It was Shit Show Spooky Empire. They were going back and forth, and somebody had a big lunch, and that ultimately tipped it. So before we get into the meat of all the wonderful spooky news, because there is a plethora of it.
Plethora.
I like to say plethora after watching Trekkies. If anyone has ever not seen that documentary, it was a delight.
It's been
I was
a while
about to
since
say
I've
something
seen
about
it.
glitter dicks. As we were packing up to load the trailer, we found a couple of glitter dicks and a couple boxes, and then I went to clean out my cooler, which was actually down in the basement during the flood, got flooded, and I opened it up, and there was a little bit of water in there and one glitter dick.
Folks,
So it
even
even
the wrath
survived the
of,
fucking flood.
even the wrath of God cannot defeat glitter dicks.
Correct. So congratulations.
Glitter dicks, the herpes of Spooky Empire.
No, the herpes is the herpes of Spooky Empire.
No, that was Wyndham.
Yeah,
R.I.P. cesspool.
Yeah, so. All right,
R.I.P.
so before we get into the meat of the news, anyone watching anything, playing anything, any horror gaming or media that we should know about? All right, glad we wrapped that up quickly. I will actually plug two things, or mention two things, because I've been doing way too much gaming, I guess, in the last few weeks. Hi, Davey. Hello. First game is an old game called Salt and Sanctuary. It's like if you ever played Dark Souls, it's the 2D version of Dark Souls, but it's like more like a Metroidvania Dark Souls. And they give it like this grim Lovecraftian vibe, and it's just all very depressing. And as soon as you think it can't be more depressing, it gets more depressing. It's actually quite good. In fact, to the point where I played it, and then I played it a second time. I went through it almost immediately, so that was cool. And then I also just started Alan Wake, the remastered version of that. I never played.
I love that game.
See, I never got into. I had it, and I mean, I played it and beat it. I don't know. There was something off about it that I just didn't like. But I mean, I haven't tried to remaster versions yet.
My daughter loves it. I mean, she talks about how much she's loved it. So basically, she was years ago, we all carved pumpkins. She did Wake, in one of hers. And so she kind of inspired me to play it. And so far I've only gotten like an hour in, and I'm like, do you do anything other than just run away? Like, is that the meat of the game? Just running? All right, we'll see. We will. I mean, I love the developers Remedy. They made Control, or a game called Control, which is kind of like a cross between it. Basically, it's like if David Lynch made X-Files, and it's honest to God, probably it's one of my top 3 favorite games of like the last 5-10 years, however long it's been, last generation. So I do recommend Control. Anyway, Lee saw Joey Belladonna last night.
Yeah,
So,
they were in Winter Park, I think it was.
I'm just happy it wasn't like, a men's room in a rest stop on the turnpike.
No, it was him and his band. He was doing the covers thing again. He was doing Dio, Black Sabbath, and something else.
That's the classics right there.
So like just like a full like Dio show type deal.
Okay, that's
Holy diver.
not the worst way to spend an evening. All right, well, with all that out of the way, real quick, let's go through, Spooky Empire Charleston edition is this weekend, where you can buy such wonderful things that Matt will be offering.
I will.
So,
you want me to show it now?
But let's.
Go ahead.
I was going to say. So, I mean, if you want to talk about what you have now, we can do that. Otherwise, we'll go through the guest list.
Well, we have one special item. I mean, we have all special items. We're releasing the George Romero mug.
All right, look at that.
There. I've only got 20 of these for now, so something like that. And then I'll have all the Art the Clown mugs. I got a bunch of those, all kinds of new stuff, and only 10 of these. This is what turned me into a freak.
That's pretty
So
cool.
if you ever saw, this way, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the little marionette puppet Freddy, claw and all.
That's awesome.
We have about 10 of these, and they are $200 a piece. Numbered and everything. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. There we go.
Is that artist proof?
Yeah. The first 10 are the proofs.
All right. Well, folks,
So, yeah.
if you're in Charleston, if you're in South Carolina, you'll be able to get your hands on those before the rest of us. So even before people who are going to Dragon Con, and, you know, they're pretty cool. People who go there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Randy, you going to Dragon Con this year?
I am.
We'll be first floor, booth 1125. If you want to stop by. It's our
Nice.
very first one, so I don't know what to expect. I know I'm going to get killed, but it is whatever.
Matt, can we back this one
Yep.
up?
No.
Okay. Nope. You'll get a hearty handshake and a friendly smile
Maybe
You'll
a
get a
kick in the
smile.
nuts.
and a kick in the nuts. Okay, that's
That's what you get for asking for a discount.
yeah. All right. Well, so as going on to Charleston, there is some. We'll start out with the unfortunate news because if we didn't start off with the negative shit, people would expect positivity from us, and God knows we can't do that. So two of the big names for the show did cancel. Malcolm McDowell, who was the very first announced, unfortunately, his filming schedule had to, I guess he had to pull out. Or no, he couldn't pull out. So he's balls deep in his filming project, so he couldn't pull out. He's there in somewhere in like Nova Scotia or somewhere in Canada. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's not going to be in South Carolina. Also, who will not be in South Carolina is Damien Leone, aka Art. Is that the director?
He was the writer-director.
Yeah, the director of Terrifier. So you will not be seeing him. But that doesn't mean there still isn't a metric buttload of guests that are still going to the show. So real quick, just going down. This isn't even everybody. At this point, if you've got tickets, you've got your tickets. This isn't going to sell you. But then again, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe I'm going to tell you something now that makes you say, I'm going to go to Charleston. So you will see Zach Galligan from Gremlins, David Naughton from American Werewolf in London, Christy Swanson from Big Daddy. I mean, I suppose, some people know her from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but and Playboy. Christy Swanson did an issue of Playboy, and it was a good one. Well, the fact is, if you look at like the celebrity issues of Playboy over the years, they're not always that good. Hers was good. So, who else is going to be there? Bill Moseley, Daniel Roebuck. We've got some of the Rob Zombie crew there. The quote unquote kids from It, who are now probably at least adult or voting age adults.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're at least 20.
At least.
Yeah. Heather Langenkamp from Just the 10 of Us and Friday the 13th. Just
Friday
the 10
the
of Us.
13th. Nightmare on Elm
That
Street.
was the excuse me, Nightmare on Elm Street. Yep, sorry, my switched reversed. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 3. And along with the rest, there's many of the Dream Warriors who are going to be in attendance at this show, as a matter of fact. David Howard Thornton, CJ Graham, the Monster Squad kids who are in fact middle-aged now. So they're not even like borderline. They're qualifying for AARP. You can get your AARP card at 45, I think now. So
Oh, I need to sign up then.
it's good stuff. Doug Bradley and the Cenobites, the actors, not the cover band. So that's that's what we've got for the. And there's even more. I didn't go through all of the guests, so there's plenty more. But other little just things to note about the Charleston show: there will be a Rocky Horror Shadowcast. VIP is sold out, so if you were waiting, you waited too long.
All 7
And last but not least, apparently the host hotel or the event rather is on Darius Rucker Boulevard. Darius
boy.
Rucker, aka Hootie.
Hootie!
Blowfish, but we all call him Hootie. So if someone get a picture of the sign, that would be cool.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We did have a question from Dementia, who cannot speak. Hi, DJ. Just wanted to check in and say hello. Yeah, Demi can't really talk so good, so she did ask, what celebs are Randy and Matt looking forward to at Dragon Con? Which Matt's probably vending, so.
I am, but Randy, go ahead.
I still got to look through a lot of the guest list there, but I know they've got some of the main cast from Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks. I think I just saw Rob Paulson announced. I know I haven't got a chance to meet him yet, so
he's on my list.
So I think he will be one that I will definitely be looking forward to meeting here.
My big ones are John Cleese.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, John Cleese is there. And Nandor and Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows. They're both going to be there. Anson Mount is there, who Strange New Worlds, great, but if you ever got to see
Hell on Wheels.
Hell on Wheels, thank you. Great.
Yeah,
great Western.
That was such a good shit. The first episode was not real good because they were figuring out what the hell they were going to do. Yeah. And then after that, it was Red Dead Redemption, the TV show.
Yeah, it was so good. So I wouldn't mind meeting him. I mean, I don't know how it works. It's the first time I've been to Dragon Con. The vendor room doesn't open until Friday, so I don't know if they have celebrity guests on Thursday, but if they do, I'll be hitting them up on Thursday. If not, I don't know how I'm going to be able to leave my table to go see them. But I've got friends that'll be there that'll step in for me. So
yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember. I don't think the celeb areas open up till like Friday.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Thursday is mostly just like pick up your badges and just do all the pre-party stuff.
Right.
I know I'll be up there Wednesday because it's going to take me like 10 hours to drive there.
Yeah, we're getting there Wednesday. We're planning on Wednesday. Our setup, we actually got a setup appointment at 1:00 on Wednesday, so we can set up the day before. So Thursday, we actually hang out and check out Dragon Con before getting our asses handed to us for 4 days.
Well, rest up, take your vitamin C, and and lots of hand sanitizer. Dragon Con is a dirty place. All right, so let's see. So Spooky is also still doing an Orlando show. We let's not forget I guess it's sort of what started everything. It's still going, obviously. So they've had a few new guest announcements since we've last done the show. First up is Alicia Witt from Urban Legends. Also, she was in 4 Rooms. If anyone remembers that movie. And she was in an episode of The Sopranos. So, there you go. Michael Gross, who was originally there for Mayhem, then, kind of pulled out with a few weeks to go. He is back now, so he's officially going to return. So if you wanted to meet the dad from Family Ties or, just one of the many awesome folks from Tremors.
I mean, who doesn't? That's a draw right there.
Tremors was a good movie. The first one, anyway. I won't argue if you want to talk shit on everything else, but
I know, but Family Ties.
Oh, listen. I love all the Tremors movies. They are probably my favorite, just creature movies.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I dig the first one, and I've always thought Fred Ward was the man. I'm so bummed that we didn't get a chance to have him.
Fred Ward would have been the perfect if they were to cast X-Men back in the 90s. That's Wolverine right there.
That's if he could do a Canadian accent. Although you know what, like if you watch the very first, like the pilot X-Men animated series, the Pride of the X-Men,
Yeah, Pride of the X-Men.
they
Ooh,
made him
that was
Australian.
and it was hilarious.
It was really bad. All right, and Angie, that's a great. Hold on, this is. I always want Stephen Keaton to be my real dad.
They'll
Well,
make you work at the radio or at the TV station. Watch out.
all right.
We
So
binge watch that all the time.
really,
Yeah, we just throw on Samsung television or whatever, their whatever over the air shit, and they have a Family Ties channel, and you can just watch all
geez.
the episodes.
Oh,
okay.
damn.
It's
That's
great.
actually pretty cool.
We've got Trevor Newland, who will be who is apparently the dude in the xenomorph suit from the new Aliens movie Romulus.
Hmm.
Anybody see that yet? No.
I thought we were actually I'll get to that in a sec. Well, screw it. The next guy's not that much bigger either.
Oh, like,
The Oviedo Mall, a couple months, last month, they did a horror con. They did Villain Con. So this weekend, they did a oddities fair, and it was no different than the Villain Con weekend. I mean, it was pretty much
Nobody
the same
showed up?
vendors. It was not particularly what's the word I'm looking for? Odd, but it's interesting to see like this whole mall con scene pop up. I'm actually reading about there's places in Texas that are doing it, so it's like this is becoming a thing now.
Yeah, but the ones here in Florida that are popping up are basically ghost towns.
It's you know what, the Oviedo Mall, it's holding on. They found a new niche. They turned into a community center, so it works.
Yeah, there's definitely a few malls around here that are like, you just wonder what kind of money laundering scheme is actually keeping these things open. Fashion Square Mall. There's got to be money laundering going on there.
Yeah,
It's got to be the only thing keeping it open.
I used to live in Metro West, and there's a Publix right there on Metro West Boulevard, and I used to live in the neighborhood across the street. And right across there's a public shopping center, and then there's like a little shopping center, little strip mall thing right there. And there's a bead store there, and the bead store has been there for 20 years. Definitely a front, because how the fuck are they staying open selling beads? And I'm not talking about those kind of beads. Beads.
I'd like a bag of beads, please.
Yeah, it's probably a drug front.
It's like all the mattress stores around town too.
We have our small ass town. There is 5 mattress stores within a quarter mile of each other. We don't have that many people in our town. Why do we need that many mattress stores? There's no
mattress. What, 3 or 4 times a lifetime?
I mean, that's basically Brevard County. There's a mattress store like every 1,000 feet, pretty much.
Yeah, but we have like 5,000 people in town. Like, that's it. We don't need 5 mattress stores in that small of an area. But one's fine.
When you need a purple.
Well, they need somewhere to stash the money.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember old school downtown Orlando. There used to be like a wig store on the corner of like Washington and Orange that was never open. There was a wig store there, and it's a bar now, but yeah, everybody said that was a front as well.
I mean, everything in downtown Orlando is a bar now.
Pretty much.
Or closed. There's not that.
That's the thing. It's just everywhere. You know what? We're gonna keep our retail store open, but we're just gonna make it a bar themed after this retail.
Welcome to the wig shop. Bar in the back.
Yes.
Or stashing dead hookers. That's what you can use your mattresses for.
Oh, it was a little lumpy.
All right, yeah, and DJ has one with the CD store here, never open. All right, well, there we go. All right, so last spooky guest announcement was Jeff East from Pumpkinhead.
I love that movie. That movie scared the absolute shit out of me when I was a kid, and I loved it ever since.
Coolest monsters ever.
Oh God, it was. Oh, I love it. It's
I
creepy
guess
as
that
fuck.
means that what's his name could be back soon with that if he's going to be there. Why can't I think of his name? Bishop.
I have never seen Pumpkinhead.
Really? There's like 6 movies.
It's good.
I've
I
not
mean,
seen any of them then.
Get on it, son.
It's
The coolest
I decided to start with Pumpkinhead 4. I just didn't sell me on it, so I didn't watch any of the others.
Yes, Lance Henriksen. Thank you, Debbie. Hopefully he'll be back. I love that guy. He is like the coolest guest to hang out with at a show.
Lance is held together with chewing gum and paper clips at this point.
Oh, absolutely. And tobacco stains.
He's got a nicotine drip somewhere, and
It's true.
no, I mean, Demi's right. He was such a nice guy. So, all right. Well, there is still one other. Oh, there's more conventions going on in Central Florida with horror fans. So Spookala has also made some announcements. Not a lot of great horror guests, per se, but they also kind of go more to the mainstream, which is one of their strengths. And they did announce Jack Quaid, who was one of the Ghostface twins. Spoiler alert, I suppose. But it looks like they're on the verge of doing a boys reunion. Or a boys, it's hard to call it a reunion since it's still kind of going, but a boys group. So we'll see. And that's hopefully they'll get more. But right now they have Homelander and Jack Quaid, whose name is Pussy is the only
Firecracker as well.
Oh yeah, and Firecracker. That's right. She was also announced. So
yeah, I just know him as Ensign Boimler from Lower Decks.
Yeah, Randy Quaid.
Jack Quaid, yeah.
Jack Quaid, Randy Quaid, Dennis Quaid, they're all related. They're all Quaids.
That's true. I mean, in this case, yes, they are in fact related.
Although I might have to check that one out. He is someone I'd like to meet.
Okay, look, it's funny, and then it's so we've got Sage is also announced. Kamiko, I didn't know if I don't remember if she is. Punky Brewster was in. Oh, Angie said Punky Brewster was in one of the Pumpkinheads. All right, that's helpful. That'll sell me, Huey, that's who I was thinking of. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, so if you're a fan of the boys, there you go. And Allison, hello. Okay. So, aside from Spooky Empire, aside from Spookala, Fanboy Expo is going to be on Labor Day weekend. And they've actually got a Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel kind of cross reunion, since so many of those people were crossing back and forth. So that's kind of cool. I think David Boreanaz was going to be one of those. Charisma Carpenter was there. Obviously, Sarah Michelle Gellar is not going to be there, but pretty much everyone who else held a cup of coffee. Oh, Willow won't be there either, because she got that How I Met Your Mother money.
Yeah,
and when you got network comedy sitcom money that went for 7 or 8 years or 9 years, however long, you don't do cons. Dr. Sheldon Cooper will never do a con.
I don't think she was doing a lot of cons before that anyway.
No, I don't think so anyway.
She also had that American Pie money.
Yeah, I don't think there was as much American Pie.
I'm a Bandcamp, yeah.
You never know. Yeah, it's just Fanboy is going to be at the same place as Spooky. So if you want to get the Hyatt Regency, so if you want to get your groundings again, it was a good show last year. It's a good one-day show, though. It's once you do it, you're like, okay, what do I do now? Nothing. There's nothing else. Yeah, okay. But more importantly than the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reunion, they've got a reunion for the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, sweet.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And even more important, a Mama's Family reunion.
Nice.
With Vicki Lawrence.
It was a very interesting show.
Mama's Family was a syndicated sitcom, which made it like it was like as cheap as you could make a TV show. But it got picked up because it was so cheap over and over and over.
Yeah.
So
That's so good.
I mean, I used to watch it all the time. I will admit, I did recently. Last couple of years, I did watch an episode. I'm like, this really did not hold up.
No.
It was definitely a product of its time.
Pretty much. All right, and then Demi has also said Spookala has VIPs go out there, and they do price hikes with their tickets when you buy them closer to the show. So watch out.
As has become the norm with the convention scene.
That is unfortunate that they're all there to just get money, but still, yeah. All right, so let's see what else is going on. Also, courtesy of Dementia, she, if you watch her, if you're on her Facebooks or social media accounts, that's the word I'm looking for. She's really big into the Code Orange. Which, if you're not familiar, that's Code Orange is basically the way of saying, hey, we have Halloween stuff for sale.
Mm-hmm.
And real quick, just to go down the list, we've got some stores that have been, they've had stuff up since July, and they're not in their death throes, but they're probably going to be sometime in September. They take all their Halloween stuff off the shelf. So that's At Home, Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Cracker Barrel. Does anyone like Cracker Barrel's food?
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chicken dumplings is damn good.
See, let me tell you, I had the chicken and dumplings there ages ago. It was served cold, like ice cold. And I've never been able to eat there again because that meal was so god-awful.
I'm sorry.
It hurt me.
Because they make some good shit.
They do. I'm sorry to hurt you like that.
I tell you what, it's
gravy.
Put that right in the veins. Let's go.
Right there.
I will say what I did like, though, the pancakes, because they always give you the 2 bottles of warm syrup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
It,
what are you going to do? So
Cracker Barrel is one of those good places for traveling on the road because you're going to get a consistent product.
Exactly.
Right.
And they got all the hard-to-find candy, too.
Very true.
Okay, so apparently Cracker Barrel, 3 out of 4 co-hosts on the show tonight enjoy Cracker Barrel, so that's a pretty good ringing endorsement, folks. I mean, I'm going to be at the center just because of my cold chicken and dumplings, but what am I going to do? I'm
just go again, and then get the what is it called? The big boy? No, that's not it. It's like
Grandpa's breakfast.
No, the other one, the bigger one. It's got the big side of ham and the hash browns and the all the eggs and the bacon and the sausage and the pancake. It's amazing.
And it's only like $13-$14, but if you're able to finish that entire thing, you ain't eating lunch or dinner.
Yeah, it's like Grandpa's breakfast or something.
No, it's got a different name, like Cousin John or something weird.
The other one, yeah.
It's the big
Uncle
one.
Elmer's breakfast.
Grandpa's, and then this is the next size up, and it's really good.
I have to let the dissenting opinion go out there as well. So
I've never had a bad.
I'll say this, because on the replay, if a Cracker Barrel store manager wants to comp me a free meal, I will go and I will give you a second chance to redeem yourselves. But again, I was hurt. 2003 was an ugly year for me because of cold chicken and dumplings.
21 years ago.
Get over it, Jesus Christ, man!
I hardly think so.
You'll go to Red Robin and eat all you can eat macaroni and cheese.
Yes, Justin, we're live. No. Yeah, Rob, live stream your Cracker Barrel experience.
There you go.
Your hurt feelings can officially drink now. Get over it.
Yeah, you can do a whole you do a documentary like what's his face did for the Brats. He was hurt.
So you're saying I could be the Andrew McCarthy of roadside franchise breakfast places?
Yeah, you and Guy Fieri.
Okay.
Well,
we're gonna turn this into a found footage type movie. It's like just a hobo murder slasher at a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, that works.
It wouldn't be the first time. All right. So getting back to the Code Orange, Joann's is they're probably going to be wrapping up in the next month. Tractor Depot, which actually had some great stuff. They have a 6-foot chicken skeleton.
So we actually got a whole bunch of stuff from there. We are still looking for, so if anybody goes to Tractor Supply and they find this t-shirt, we're looking for the one that has the hens on it and it says support your local coven. We are looking for that one. We haven't been able to find it. But we do have, I didn't take any pictures, but we did get their chicken solar lights. So we have a chicken that's dressed up like a witch. And then we got the skeleton chicken one. It's like painted up like a skeleton. We almost got the ghost one, but they're $20 a piece, but they're really good quality. It's just we needed to buy chicken food too. So I was like, I need chicken food versus another chicken statue.
We purchased they have like a black pig statue with demon wings on it.
Yep.
It's gorgeous, and it's good quality, real good quality stuff there. I was impressed.
I say their stuff has been
lantern with the spider.
Yeah.
Do they sell those in store?
I haven't seen them in store. I've seen them online.
Badass.
Yeah.
Mike, what size shirt you need?
Medium and a large.
Medium.
Medium and a large too. So
one for me, one for Sabrina, and then I will
need a medium. PayPal
money if you find it. Thank you very much, because the two.
This show has been good about putting people in touch for like T-shirts. We've done well with that. I'm proud of our reputation as a T-shirt exchange. All right, let's see. So we've got where do we stop? IKEA apparently has Halloween stuff. Lowe's just brought their stuff out about 2 weeks ago. Really good, big the stuff at Lowe's. They did.
We were there yesterday at Lowe's getting some stuff, and they had just finished putting out everything. They had some stuff last week, but yesterday they had just finished the big everything. The Haunted Mansion statue, like the animatronics, those are really, really nice. And I mean, hell, the one headless knight is only like $290, and it's 6 feet tall. The whole head moves, the eyes move, the mouth moves, and it sings the songs. And it's like I really almost opened up a Lowe's credit card right then to buy one. I really did.
The pirate stuff, is that their theme this year?
It's not pirate, but it's like
the diver.
It's what do you call it? Like longshore. I mean, there's a captain. He's not a pirate captain. He's a boat captain.
Yeah.
Nautical. That's the word I'm looking for. There is like a nautical theme for a lot of their stuff.
The diver in the helmet, right? Like from Scooby-Doo.
Yes.
Yep.
That thing is so awesome.
They also, I gotta say, they have a lot of like old school, like the blown cats. The blown molds that are really cool. They actually got a really cute dog that's holding a pumpkin pail, and it's got like the little ghost clock draped over it, and it's only $40, and it's 3.5 feet tall about, and I almost got one of those too, but I didn't because I needed to buy other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if I had not bought an oven a couple months ago, I probably would have been more willing to open up the Home Depot credit card again for something good. But what are you gonna do? Something, Robin Longshoreman. Justin, I am, stop putting me in your fantasies, man. Just knock that off. All right. So, aside from those,
coming up with these.
Marshall's, who's had really good things. Marshall's is like a shockingly good place, particularly if you want like Halloween themed kind of makeup kits. If you're one of them folks who like that stuff. If you like that kind of thing, then you'll like that kind of stuff. Let's see. Michael's, Costco, Sam's Club, and Burlington. Burlington keeps stuff on their shelves for months. You can find Halloween stuff in December. So you just got to dig through enough shit. And then as far as the stores that are starting to bring things out now, Target, Walmart, Ross, Home Depot, and Party City. Party City's had their stuff for a while. And it's Party City
just started to put stuff out this weekend also. They're still putting moving the last bit of back to school. Yeah. And then but the end caps of that area are starting to have some fall stuff and that. So I expect by midweek they'll have all that stuff starting to come out.
Yeah. And I know the
Artist he is.
Spirit Halloweens are opening up too.
Yeah, our one in
My
Ocala
Spirit here.
up this
I drove
weekend.
by it the other day. I was like, yes, we have one.
There's like
For those who don't know, I live in Olean, New York, which is this tiny little town in southwestern New York. I didn't think we'd get a Spirit, but we do.
Yeah, I got 40
unfortunately,
minutes.
I think the one we've got here in the Melbourne Palm Bay area is probably the most disappointing one I've ever seen in this town.
Well, we are the one in Oviedo Mall has always been kind of like that, but I think they finally stepped up their game last year. So, but yeah, so Spirit. So best of luck for everyone. They're going to be opening up everywhere by next weekend.
Yeah, I might have to like drive out to Orlando to check them because like our Spirit got like one animatronic, and usually like usually at least in this area we get one that's like in like one of the old mall shops or something, so there's room. But nah, like the one we got in my town like got one animatronic. And
well, the plan for next year is we're going to rent a party bus, and we're just going to go store to store in the party bus. So,
I like it.
Book your room now.
Yeah, a lot of Beetlejuice stuff this year.
Yeah, not this year. No one has money this year. And then as far as everything else, like there's a whole potpourri of Halloweenish news. Halloween Horror Nights has just announced all their houses. So for you sadists who really like going to Halloween Horror Nights, you like having your balls in a vice, you like having large cumbersome objects stuck inside of you, you probably like Halloween Horror Nights. So go ahead and, do your research.
I've never been to Halloween Horror Nights.
I'm not a fan.
Never been.
It's been probably like 6 years since we went. Last time we went, that was when they had the Yeti house and that. And man, by the end of that, with the amount of strobe lights there, like I had to just stare at the ground and like grab a hold of Sabrina's shirt, and she had to walk me out because the strobe lights were just over the top, and I was about to hit the ground. I was like, "Yep, no, I'm done." Stare at the ground.
Well, that's why I always say if you're going to do something horror-ish, Petrified Forest in the north of Orlando and Castleberry, that's the best thing to do. Good stuff. Beetlejuice stuff, the movie's not too far away from coming out, and they've got Beetlejuice merch all over the place. It's actually pretty common at the Halloween. Spirit has a lot of Beetlejuice stuff, but other stores are getting it too this year. They have a new spiced apple soda from Fanta. It tastes like caramel apple soda. From what our son got a bottle of it. I tried to sip, and I'm like, this is the sweetest thing I've ever had. I'm like, you can drink pure sugar. It's not that sweet. I don't know what they're doing with that soda. It's just no bueno. But, well, if you like.
I haven't seen any of those like specialty sodas yet this year. I'm wondering if Mountain Dew is going to do like their mystery flavor this year, their voodoo.
Ugh.
They usually do, and that one isn't. It ain't that great.
I will tell you, the first time I tried voodoo was when we were driving out to Dunellen for the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to the pumpkin patch day. I'm going to see my friends, and look, I have a new soda to try out. Oh.
Did you try their gingerbread soda?
Yes, I loved it.
Gingerbread, it was so fucking good.
I
was like, what? How is this
it should not have been that good.
No, but it was so good.
Yeah, no, it was no reason on earth for gingerbread soda to exist, let alone be good. But God damn it, it was.
It was tasty.
I thought it was disgusting.
Okay.
Really? Oh, I loved it.
So we're 50-50 on this, because I thought it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had.
No, it was garbage.
But folks, I drink ginger beer like it's going out of style, so I love ginger.
I love ginger beer too. Like I'll drink that shit like crazy. I didn't like that Mountain Dew one. I didn't.
Really enjoyed it. I was very surprised of how good it was.
All right, so if you're keeping score, 75% of the co-hosts like Cracker Barrel, 50% like gingerbread Mountain Dew. And yet, we already kind of inadvertently covered Alien Romulus. No one here has seen it yet. I've heard good things, not great things.
I heard there's a lot of missed opportunities to tie Alien and Aliens together that they didn't jump on. That's the main complaint I'm hearing.
I don't know. All I've heard about that so far was I guess one of the theaters had a popcorn bucket.
I got to tell you, I don't get the popcorn bucket phenomenon, in a sexual manner or even just as a collector manual.
And apparently it's just like the xenomorph head, so it's basically just like a big dick-shaped helmet.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And I think the last thing before we kind of start summing things up is if you're looking to become a scare actor, this is when you have to jump on your applications. Henry's Haunted Trail, Petrified Forest, they are taking applications right now. So go if you want to be a part of, someone who scares people and makes them shit their pants, by all means do that. Go for it. Also, yes, and it's been pointed out, Stream, the movie, it's out this week.
Yep.
So
actually,
if you haven't
going to see it on Saturday in South Carolina. Jason, who we had on last time, his brother and another producer are actually going to be at Spooky on Saturdays. And after the VIP party, I think there's a showing at 9:30 and at 10 something. They're going to be there and do like a Q&A afterwards at the theater down the street from the convention. And yeah, and one of the other producers I sent a bottle of the Stream hot sauce to, and he did a live thing last night. If you look on my page, poor guy, had no idea what he was getting into.
Yeah, so basically, as far as Stream goes, just consult your local listings. I know we were thinking about trying to do a group together. We just couldn't quite get enough people because the fact is, I know half of the people who say they're going to go will cancel, and then at that point, it's like, yeah, we'll skip that. But it's still
They did announce that the Screamboat, the Screamboat Willie, the movie they're doing next, the trailer will be in front of Stream.
Okay, good for them.
So,
a lot of good horror movies coming up soon. So we might make that our next episode, talking about that. Because if you've been seeing anything in the theaters lately, I mean, what did we see a couple weeks ago? Maxine. And in front of Maxine, it was like 7 horror movies. And, a couple of them look pretty good. Some look like shit, but, that's how it always is. So. All right. Well, let's see. Any last plugs before we move on to our fun and entertaining game?
I do have a pumpkin plant growing on my kindergarten playground right now. And it
will be ready on time.
It probably has about 15 little pumpkins growing on it, and I have it all blocked off. Only thing I can think of is a squirrel got one of the pumpkins we threw out there like 3 years ago, and it just randomly popped up. I have it all blocked off, and I mean, the thing's probably 15, 20 feet long now, the whole vine and that. So we get to have pumpkins at my work. Pretty excited about that.
Well, somebody's got to keep the legacy going since the good pumpkin patch is gone.
I know. So, and I mean, you should see this thing. It's good. It's healthy, and some of the leaves on it are like 4 to 5 feet across already. It's good.
Keep it watered because they need lots of water.
Oh, trust me, with the amount of rain, yeah, it's good.
Randy, you want to give one last plug for Geek World Order?
GeekWorldOrder.com. Look up Geek World Order on pretty much any social media platform you can think of. Real easy to find.
Okay, and Matt, any last plugs here with me again? Dragon Con, Charleston.
Yep, and then we'll be coming home. I've got like 3 weeks to get shit together for a show called TerrorCon in Marlborough, Massachusetts. And then we'll be down at Spooky Empire in Orlando we're rooming with Tanner. So Tanner and Shannon are going to be our roommates. So that's going to be pretty cool.
Good people.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said awesome.
Awesome and good people.
Yes, very. And then I think we go to Chicago for Days of the Dead.
All right.
So
Good
that's
deal.
our schedule for the week. Year.
There is one last thing I wanted to bring up, just something kind of interesting that I found in the news, so to speak. Texas. You've probably heard of it. It's a large state. They have interesting theories of life out there, but that's, in and of itself a separate topic. Anyway, Texas is not really a big convention state. They definitely have them, and I don't want to say that there's no conventions in Texas. But there definitely are. Though the biggest horror thing out there is actually the Houston Horror Film Festival, HHFF. That's got its own big following out there. I think Joe Bob
Texas Frightmare.
Yeah, and so anyway, then Texas Frightmare up in Dallas. That's always done well. Which is definitely a good solid con. But apparently not all the conventions in Texas are doing well, and two both got canceled or like the plugs pulled on them in like a period of 2 days. The first was Days of the Dead Houston, and that was originally scheduled for September 6th through 8th, literally less than a month away, and they have postponed it.
Oh, dang.
That is close.
3 weeks. They just said, we can't do it. And if you read about it, like a lot of the people were not saying nice things about the show, or at least how it was run. So you don't know if that came into play. But if you also looked at the guest lists, like apparently they said half of the guests were actually Revenge of the Nerds. Like they were doing a big Revenge of the Nerds reunion at Days of the Dead.
That seems like an odd choice.
That could be part of it. Also, the other big guest was Chris Kattan, who he technically was in The Haunting, I guess. Or was it the House on Haunting? No, the Haunting, in which, and honestly, we saw him at Fanboy Expo last year, and he really wasn't that interesting. So, anyway, they did not. They had to pull the plug, and again with just 3 weeks, so that's not a good sign. They say it's just postponed, but you don't postpone a show with 3 weeks to go,
Yeah, that
is
does not look good.
That is cutting it real close there. And now all these vendors got to scramble to find other shows and
like a couple months out, like that would be one thing, but
right, but 3 weeks,
4 weeks. That's
ouch.
Yeah.
And so on top of that, there's another show called Terror Fest, and Terror Fest just got the plug pulled completely. They said canceled.
Oh damn!
Canceled. And that was actually sponsored by a brewery. And that was like the main people behind it. And apparently they just transferred owners. It's an interesting story there, but that was going to be October 5th and 6th. Not going to happen again. Apparently the new owners just aren't into doing conventions. Yeah. So,
that one has a bit more time frame between it.
That's still kind of cutting it short because that's really only a month and a half, but that's still, 30 days out, that's fine. I'll give you a pass. But so hopefully, my hope is, for vendors who coughed up money, hopefully they get it back. Matt, you have a hand?
Yes. I'm going to let you continue, but I was going to say something when you were done.
No, that's basically my big thing. It's like, I hope everyone who put in money gets that back, and I know sometimes not a thing.
Our cartoon, Satan PR LLC. If you haven't seen the second episode, make sure you go see it on YouTube. All about the flying spaghetti monster versus Satan, which is great. And we just recorded the dialogue for episode 3, which should be out on September 1st.
Yeah. Now, where can we find this, Matt? Is it all on YouTube?
YouTube. Satan PR LLC.
Pornhub.com, perhaps?
Huh?
X videos. I mean, are you streaming it anywhere else other than YouTube? You know, just
I'm
throwing it
not
out
in
there.
charge of that.
Tell Mitch, like Mitch would be against putting it on Pornhub.
No, he definitely would not.
Well, see, the thing is with Pornhub, you need to have a actual verified account and all that stuff. So, yeah.
You've been looking into it.
No, I just.
Your OnlyFans not working out.
Pints and Pistons is about to take on a whole new meaning, folks.
Pistons.
All right. Well, everyone, thank you for joining us once again. Randy, thank you for coming on the show. It's a pleasure to have you.
You're
thank
welcome.
you for weighing in on the Cracker Barrel debate. That will.
Yes.
Good. You know what? Real quick before we
The
go,
debates for the ages.
yeah, real quick. Waffle House. What's our opinion on Waffle House?
It's the greatest thing ever. Even though I have to drive 30 minutes either direction to go to one, we will drive 30 minutes either direction to go to one.
Yeah, that's the credit.
Come
Randy?
for the food, stay for the fights.
There you
Exactly.
go. Matt. All right, Matt. Dream Warrior Marinette's aside. What's your thoughts on Waffle House?
I haven't been to a Waffle House in God knows how long. I'd rather go to Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
All right, so 75% also for Waffle House. We'll find something all parties agree on soon. All right.
Also, we doing a.
I'm never up when it's time to go to Waffle House, man. I'm always asleep by then.
All right. Well, yeah, we've got a quick game to go through. So, folks, we've got an episode of the Rotten Tomatoes game, and in honor of Alien Romulus, we are doing an alien themed game of the Rotten Tomatoes game. So what a Yankee answer! Oh, you got Yankee, man.
Oh.
He's from California. That's not really Yankee. All right. So, folks, the first movie, now just, we at this point, everyone here knows. You all know the Rotten Tomatoes game. You know what Rotten Tomatoes is. I'm not explaining it. After 500 episodes of this show, you damn well better know what the fuck Rotten Tomatoes, how that works. So, the first movie, we're going to start with the original.
Blah, blah. Go ahead.
The original, Alien. What do we think Alien scored on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh.
82.
72.
85.
All right, so Demi said 87. DJ also says 85. Allison says 90. Allison, is the husband playing today? Dear Lord, let's never learn his name. Davey said 68. Husband said 50. Wow, for Alien? Folks, Alien, Allison wins this one. Alien is fresh at 93%.
Dang. That's good, though. That's good.
One thing you always have to keep in mind is a lot of these reviews are retro reviews. So I think it was pretty well received when it first came out. But even as time goes by, as the critics reevaluate it and look at it again and add to the list, who says anything bad about Alien?
No, it's a damn good movie.
All right, well, next on that, what do we think about Aliens, plural, the sequel?
I'm going to go with like 95 for that.
I'm going to go back with the 72. I'm just going to stick with it.
72. Randy, Aliens.
91.
91. Let's see. Dementia says 87. Allison throwing up 100%. Alan, hey, how you doing, sir? 89%.
Hey, Alan.
All right,
buddy,
so
see you in a few days.
and Davies at 84. Well, folks, Matt, you got this one. Off by 1 point. Aliens fresh 94%.
And I bet you if you look at Terminator and Terminator 2, it's about the same. As far as like the second one being better, or Godfather 2, the second one being better. Most people like it more.
I prefer the first Godfather to the sequel, to be perfectly honest.
I'm just saying.
Fair point. Then let's look at one of the more recent Alien movies, Alien Covenant. Before Romulus, this was the most recent one. This was, I think, the And DJ, we see that you're 90. Sorry, your thing didn't go through. But yeah, Alien Covenant starring Mr. Penguin.
45.
45 for Alien Covenant.
56.
69.
If you either said 87 or 8.7, there's going to be a difference there. DJ, Covenant at 30. Alan at 69. Allison at 70. Mike, what'd you say? You stick with 72?
No, I think I said 57.
57. Okay. All right. We're going to give this one to Alan, folks. This is Alien Covenant squeaks in it fresh, 65%. And then let's talk the most recent Alien movie, Alien Romulus. I know no one here's actually seen it, so you're just going to go on what have you heard?
85. So no Prometheus, I would give a friggin' 42.
Oh yeah, I'll just do 72 because just guessing at this point.
72. Randy, what do you got for
I'll go 70.
70? Allison's at 50, DJ's at 80, Demi's at 78, Alan's at 72. We're giving this one, husband's at 60. We are giving this one to DJ. Congratulations, DJ. 81% fresh.
Just missed it.
Dang.
All right, and then we'll start wrapping these up. Alien versus Predator.
Oh.
Not as good as Requiem, but still not great. 32.
Not as good as Requiem or not as bad as Requiem.
I preferred Requiem over the first ABV.
Okay. Well, neither were terribly, special.
I'll say 60.
That's why I said
Or they were special, depending on how you want to use the word special.
Well, I said 32.
47.
47.
65.
Okay. Justin's at 45. DJ's at 40. Demi's at 43. Alan's at 67. Husband's at 85. Wow. Okay. That's and Davey too. Matt, would you give this?
Did I say 32 or 35 or something like that?
Yeah. Okay, Matt, you win this. Alien versus Predator is rotten at 22%.
Oh, even worse than I thought.
Hey, I
Right.
have to say that the Alien versus Predator house that they did at Halloween Horror Nights many years ago was actually really damn good.
It was.
Like that was one of the best houses that I've ever
It was
went to. It was good.
It's like the Freddy versus Jason one. And I think they did that the same year.
The actors, like they had to
Yeah.
talk guys as the actors.
Allison, I'm so sorry. And DJ said, ironically, I tried to watch it last night and fell asleep. All right. And then we're going to wrap it up with kind of a cousin of Alien versus Predator. Alien or Monsters versus Alien, the DreamWorks animated movie.
That's fun. I'd say 65.
70.
69.
It's a kids movie. Come on, man.
All right. Anyone in the peanut gallery want to weigh in on Monsters versus Aliens? 68, 59, 14.
If you're going to go there, you have to do Cowboys versus Aliens after that.
Actually, I do have that ready to go next. So, yeah, okay. So,
Yes.
Monsters versus Aliens, 73. Mike, I think you got that one.
No, Randy did.
Randy, congratulations. You got that one. So, there you go. And then we're going to wrap this up with Cowboys versus Aliens, Harrison Ford and James Bond, and Olivia Wilde.
It was an interesting movie, but I wouldn't say it was great. So I'll give it about a 55. It'll be fresh-ish.
52.
58.
Demi's giving it a 2.4. I like the decimals. Well, that's good. That's good. DJ's at 44. Allison's at 45. Husband's at 60. Alan's at 44. All right. Well, Alan, you're either cheating or you're right on the money because it is 44% rotten. All right. Well, then on that note, folks, thank you for joining us for this special Monday edition. For those of you going to Charleston, have a great show. We hope it's very successful for everybody. And I hope you all make lots of money. I hope you enjoy some of the Charleston hookers. I hear they're quite good.
Don't forget a Charleston chew. Get one.
Absolutely. If you don't get a Charleston chew while you're there, why did you bother?
And while you're there, do the Charleston.
Doing the Charleston while eating a Charleston chew. That's all right. Folks, have a good week, and we will see you probably in about 2 weeks. We will be back Sunday next time around. So with that, if I can find the end button, here we go. Folks, thank you, fuck you, bye.